Hi, I'm Norm Golden, Deputy Chief for Tukwila Fire Department. Welcome to the December 2020 Tukwila Fire Video Report. Today we're outside of new Fire Station 52, looking to open early in 2021. Couldn't be more excited to be in this location, and can't wait to get our folks rolling out of here. Today I was going to do just a little chat on the topic of leadership, and that's a broad topic. It's a kind of an easy one to find lots of material on, but I'm certainly not somebody that would teach leadership. I consider myself kind of a student of that game. I think you constantly learn leadership, and so I had a few points I wanted to go over, and this is all material that I've stolen from people I consider very good leaders. One of the quotes I like is, leadership in a time of crisis is the same as in calmer times. Meaning our leadership, it doesn't matter if it's on the fire ground in the heat of battle or sitting around the station. Leadership is leadership. It has to be consistent, and you got to be able to roll whether you're under pressure or you have discretionary time. So the basics of leadership, the way I see it, is you got to set goals. You have to have a clear path to reach those goals, and then motivate people to get to those goals. So whether you're a formal leader, like you have a title like Deputy Chief, Battalion Chief, Company Officer, or you're an informal leader, you always have these opportunities to set goals and to motivate people to help move towards those goals. So the 6 bullets that I'm going to put out there for your consideration, and I'll just give my thoughts on them, are number 1, give opportunities to lead. So I think that's important for, especially at the battalion chief level. Let your company officers lead. Give them opportunities to be successful, set them up, and don't micromanage. Let them do their job. If you're worried about them failing, that's good, and you'll see why. One of the further points here. Know what right looks like. That's an important thing. You have to know what you're looking for. You have to know what you're doing and recognize it when you do hit the mark that you're going at. And so, consistently being a good leader means evaluating yourself and the people that are working underneath you. So knowing what you want and knowing what right looks like, and then when you see it, emphasize it, reward it, and celebrate it, because it is a big deal. Number 3, this is a bullet point I talked about a little bit earlier, is learn from failure. It's okay to fail. There's a saying in business called fail fast, meaning recognize that it's not working, recognize you're failing, make adjustments, and improve, move back towards the goal. Sometimes it's throw the whole thing out the window and start from scratch, but learning from failure is the only way to make failure have any value. If you just simply fail and give up, there's nothing learned there, there's nothing good about it. So again, going back to letting folks that are working underneath you, that you're supervising, allow them to fail. Watch how they react when they do fail, and give them latitude to not only fail, but be successful. And then learn from it. You need to mentor them, you need to talk about it. No matter what project goes forward, there's always going to be little things you can enhance and learn from. So failure is not necessarily a negative, a bad word. Take smart risks, and so I believe in taking risks. You have to. This is the job we do. Everybody that signed up, we're big risk takers, and I think to improve things and to stay out of the status quo, you have to take risks. But there's the qualifier of take smart risks. That means a risk-benefit analysis to be done. You've thought about it, and before you jump, you have a plan. And so you might even have a contingency plan for if there is failure, what you're going to do if that happens. But I think it's important to give people latitude to take risks. It's how we improve. To be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. It's not a progression of I'm a good follower and now I'm a leader. All good leaders are also good followers. Even when you're the boss, if you're the top chief, you still have to be able to follow, and it doesn't necessarily mean your formal roles. It's allowing somebody to do the job while you back them up. And again, that leads to the mentorship piece. And then I like this saying, go towards the action. And that basically means don't shy away from the job. Rank doesn't have the privilege of not having to do the bad part about the job. You know, you gotta make your own bed. You gotta wash your own rig. You have to help out with the dishes. Rank doesn't mean you just get to sit in the chair and put your feet up. And so go to where the action is. The people that are doing the job that you're supervising know every piece of that job and be willing to do it yourself. And those are just some things for you to think about, and let me know what your thoughts are. I'm always interested to hear other people's ideas and just keep improving. Thanks for your time today.
All right, crews, it's good to be with you today. We're here at Station 51 or 52, our new administration and Station 52 location. As you can tell from some of the noise as Chief Golden was speaking, it's an active site. A lot of work still being done here. The elevator's in place. I'm going to have Scott Kirby embed a few of the photos as I'm discussing this new station. The quality of craftsmanship is just superb at both of these new fire stations. We have been in Station 51 there on the Parkway for about the past 2 months, and just a beautiful station, getting great reviews from our crews. The citizens or the voters of Tukwila did approve the public safety bond that has enabled us the ability to build these fire stations, and they're really for your safety and to enhance the capacity of us to be able to respond to our community in their time of need. Beautiful, beautiful stations. I just couldn't be more pleased with them. A few things that I would like to give you as updates. First of all, you'll notice that both Chief Golden and I have our city ID cards on lanyards with us. Our goal is to have these with us at all times. That is the expectations for each one of our employees in the city, but especially for our fire department personnel. This is your pass to get into the building. Both new Fire Station 51 and 52, this will get you in. It will also get you past the gates for your apparatus. As I had sent out an email, I think a week ago, it also allows all of our first responders the ability to gain access to the vast majority of the Justice Center. That is your key in. Quick access if you do have a call or need to respond there. This is the way to get in, is with your access card. Yes, we do have the Knox boxes. Yes, we do have ways to get in, but this is really the quickest way to gain access. So please keep this with you at all times. Also, the code on the back of your card, the last 5 numbers, it works for the keypad for the gate. So you get up to the gate, you can put in your personal identification number here, those last 5 numbers. That will also open the gate. I did try that with my own about a month ago and it worked fine. So either you pass the card by, or if you have the number memorized, you can get into that back gate. A couple of other things that I want to remind you about is continue to use the EF Recovery app as you're responding mainly to the vehicle incidences up on I-5 and I-405, or really any that you respond to within our jurisdictional area. We also have the agreement from our South King County partners that if we respond out into one of those areas, such as Renton or Kent, we're still able to utilize that app, capture that information. That is the agreement that we have. What's kind of tied to that too is that some of our neighboring agencies do transports, and not all of the transports take place just within their community. So if they were to respond out of their jurisdictional area and they do a transport, they still charge for that. So that's much like what we're doing with the EF Recovery. So please, there has been a misunderstanding about that. I want you to continue to use that. I know there are some hiccups with the app. We're trying to get those fixed and get those updated as necessary. ESO for fire. We do have approval on that contract. We're getting that paid, and we're looking for a volunteer to come in and assist us to go on days for 4 to 6 weeks to help us get that set up, probably in the first quarter of 2021. December's a little short to get us into January 1 for a start date on the ESO fire. So please give that some consideration. If you have an aptitude for doing those type of things, working with that software, we would greatly appreciate a volunteer to come in and do that. Again, I want to remind you to continue to put the notes in that web query, just in your notes when you respond to any water flow alarms or the AFA responses that you're going out to. We are doing, we continue to send those warnings and the billing for responding to false alarms. And it really does assist us if you just add a little bit of detail. Confirm false alarm or dry system gone wet. Just those simple little sentences really makes it easy for us as we go through that process. I do want to thank Chief Golden for being part of this month's video and giving an excellent message about leadership. Just in the short month that I've been able to get to know him better, he is truly a leader, well qualified to mentor others and to give direction. Really look forward to working with him closely into the future and helping us to gain even higher levels of service in this community. Our boat program is surely to return to a very similar way that we have done it in the past. Chief Golden's working on that as well, so I've got a lot of confidence in his ability. Worked close with him in quite a few different meetings in this COVID world, so it's been kind of interesting to see him in action and how well he does, working with not only our city partners, such as other department directors or city administration, but with the vendors that we get to work with as well. He does really, really well, and as you get to know him better, I'm sure your confidence in him will also grow. Just in closing, I do want to thank each of you for what you do day in and day out, that you're out there protecting the community, responding to the calls for need. You're responding to people that are having the worst day of their life, and you do make a difference. So thank you for your service. I'm going to sign out now. We've got a lot of construction. Hopefully you can hear me. So take care of yourself and each other, and have